지금 다운로드 받으세요.
Welcome back, everybody, to the SSL Group D Challenge matches here. We got one of the best groups with some of the best players in the world going head-to-head tonight.
All right, Super. Had a tough game versus herO, but he's going into now his first PvP of the night. He's got 4 he'll be playing.
Yeah, and this is really important. I mean, as I said before, I think if anyone's going to go down, it's going to be herO. Out of the 3 who are kind of shoo-ins, which is Zest, herO, herO. And if there was anyone who was going to make it through, I think it's Super. He's been showing great PvP. And if he can take 2 wins against herO, that's a great start.
That it is. herO, on the other hand, 1-0 currently in this group, taking out Losera. Losera pulling some shenanigans. He was able to just come out and win it. It was not an easy win, though. I think he definitely could have played the game a lot better. And this is also one of his 4 PvPs he's scheduled to be playing tonight. And PvP for herO can be either really good or it can be a bit shaky depending on his form on a specific night, on a specific day.
That's what I'm kind of worried about here. We are going into Frost, actually, for this PvP, so let's jump into it right away for set number 7.
Target on my back, lone survivor last. They got me in the sights. No surrender, no trigger, fingers go.
Welcome, everybody, to Frost for this PvP. Down on the bottom left in the red from the Freaks, it is Super.
And up to the top right in blue, his opponent, it is herO from CJ Entis.
We're getting some people down here now that the test week is done. There's the finals for all of the schools, high school and college, all finishing up around this time. So,
yeah, I'm so glad I'm done with school. I didn't even know that was happening. Like, you didn't tell me, I wouldn't have known. Look at this, man. Nexus first on Frost. Risky business, but because they are cross spawns, it's probably going to pay off. In fact, herO does scout early, which will give him a big advantage here.
And you know what? These guys actually played. I know you were gone at DreamHack, but these guys played in the finals, not the finals, the ace match of Pro League when these 2 teams went head-to-head, and herO did win. And Super went for the same build. He went for Nexus first, very fast, and herO just turned on the aggression and actually proxied a robo right outside his base.
Yeah.
And just barely won.
I was going to, okay, well, you basically just told me the strat. What map was it on, though?
Same map.
Same map, okay. Because I remember the ace match vote coming in, and I had to give my prediction.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, I did vote for herO, because that's the obvious choice.
Everybody did.
Yeah, just curious to see how that game went. I'll have to go do some VOD review.
Here we go again.
Wow.
I mean, it looks like it's going to be the same thing.
There you go. I mean, this is why you scout early on this map. You have to scout early if you're going to see what your opponent's doing, because it's a 4-player map, and I'm not a big fan of it myself. But anyways, that probe is on its way back home, and he knows what's up, but he will need to check and see if there is a robo proxied. And there's about to be, unless this is something totally different, like a Void Ray or something coming out to counter this. The problem with doing a build like this in PvP, and it always has been since the beginning of Wings of Liberty, is your Cyber Core is late, and so you don't have a lot of tech units out. Okay, it's actually just a gateway.
And he has not seen this at all. It's just going to be 3-gate aggression here. A couple Stalkers very early on, as well as committing to the Zealot.
Yeah, so what's the issue here? He doesn't have his Mothership Core. Okay, it's done now. He needs time to build that energy. And basically, herO is just going to overwhelm him with Stalkers. That's the plan. He's not going to have high ground vision, so that's kind of important. And one of the things you can do on this map is make a pylon on the high ground for that reason and try to deny your opponent's vision. So if you can snipe your opponent's Mothership Core, then you have a pylon up on the high ground. It's hard for the aggressor to actually keep moving forward because he loses vision.
Oh, you've seen it now.
He's staying way too long. Like, hello? Gotta go up. Okay, trying to buy time here.
Eating a bit of damage. He may have to commit to the overcharge. but he has to be very careful about straight up fighting against these stalkers with that Mothership Core.
If he kills the Mothership Core of herO, this becomes an easy defense because he loses high ground vision. There's the cancel on that pylon. And Warp Gate Research is almost done. 7 seconds to go on that. I think herO is actually, I think Super is actually going to survive here. He's pushed back too far. He's not pressuring where he needs to be. Like, if he were up at the front trading right now, I think he'd be in a really good spot. Here's the power spike, though. When his Warp Gate Research finishes, he gets the free warp in. Now he has the highest Stalker count he's going to have. This is his best opportunity. The Mothership Core way out of position.
Mothership Core, and here we go. He's going to go for it. Oh, he's not actually. But he does get a bit of damage, and he's totally zones out these units. And I think he should just chase after them.
Yeah.
You know, they're totally out here in the open.
He's trying to snipe the Mothership. He's looking for it, and he's not going to get it. Look at that overcharge. Very well placed.
Might as well.
And now I think herO just walks in, right? He has high ground vision because he saved his Mothership Core. He kept it alive. There's the overcharges on the low ground. He's going to try to actually force his way through here. Time Warp going to the back Stalker, but there's an Immortal out. There's the Time Warp.
Yeah, with the Immortal here on the high ground, he is going to be able to push him back, but
Lost high ground vision.
Yep.
There's the Mothership Core gone, and it makes it so much harder.
He's going to have to fight along the top edge here. No overcharge ready, and 3 more Stalkers. There it is, 50 energy, and he goes for it right away, but focusing down that pylon, and he does get it. Now trying to go for that Immortal, and he does get it just barely.
And the Immortal got stuck in the middle of that fight, was actually just kind of wobbling there for a second, not able to actually commit. I'm not sure whose pylon that is. Okay, it's actually, I was going to say that's like a pipe dream. That's not going to happen. The second Immortal comes out here, but so do 3 more Stalkers. And I think with good micro, herO wins this fight. There's no overcharge to support. Targeting down the Immortal now. There's the barrier. Very well timed by Super, actually. And he will defend. The Immortal survives for so long there.
That it does, and he's about to have a second one out here as well. And he's got enough gateways back at home, too, to constantly just get units out here for the defense. And now with the pylon up and another Immortal popped, I'm not sure that herO can break this.
I don't think so. No, it's hard for him to transition because he's so behind in tech. He doesn't have his own robo back at home, but this is a matchup where you absolutely can just let this go and try to transition. It'll be really difficult, but it's something that is doable. But I think with that last attack, he's kind of crossed the point of no return, and he's going to be fighting a losing game from here on out.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Super's PvP is looking better and better the more I see it. It's very cool to watch. And herO is going to try to go for some harass here with the Adepts. He has to go for something crazy.
Ooh, nice snipe there, though.
Yep. Does get that out here. And Super not overreacting, just bringing back a small portion of his units to deal with the Adepts. Is going to take a bit of damage, but
if you're going to transition, this is the way to do it. Send some Adepts in, harass. You know, force your opponent to be on the defensive while you could then get a Nexus. You don't make another warp in, so your Nexus can't be punished because the Adepts force units to be stayed at home. And because he's cross-positioned as well, he knows that at this point, like, the window to counterattack is probably missed. He's made sentries at home with the extra gas he has so he can force field off and attack. Looks like Super might just commit, though, with a Warp Prism. He can Elevator, for example. They can have fast warp ins. But I do like how herO's played this. You know, it's still going to be like a losing battle. It's going to be a tough game to win from so far behind. But I like how he's decided to take this.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you essentially have to back off, take your own Nexus. You are going to be behind, but you are herO, so if anyone can fight from behind like this and try to stick in it, especially at cross spawns Frost on this 4-player map, is going to be someone like herO. Super is going to commit to the harass here with 2 of his Adepts, or not, his Immortals.
Yep.
They're going to get in that Warp Prism and try to go into the main, it looks like, do a bit of harass.
Third base planted here by Super as well. He's reading the situation very well. herO's going to go scout for that right now, though. In fact, we'll even get onto the high ground with those Adepts. Might be able to do some harassment if probes transfer. They're not going to be transferring anytime soon, but, you know, the idea is still there. herO does have his robo, adding his own Immortals now. Back at home, the positioning of where his Mothership Core is and where his units are is going to be very important with this Warp Prism coming across. Really interesting path he's taking with this. Looks like he just wants to harass the army alone instead of going for probes. 1 barrier forced here.
He does successfully do that. It takes a bit of damage on one of the Immortals, but he does kill a full Stalker.
Yeah, and that damaged Immortal still has its barrier, so he should be fine pretty much no matter what. There's the barrier being used, though.
Yeah. Love the way that Super's playing this. As you were saying, you know, take that third base right as you notice that hero's transitioning and just get further and further ahead. I mean, you can even see it in the supplies, and it looks like Super wants to put on a bit of aggression now with these Immortals out on the map. Going to pull some units out and then attack here at the front.
Yep. Oh, no, sentries get caught here. That might just be game.
Essentially free units. They can't defend themselves against Stalkers. Forces an overcharge. And herO, or rather Super, can just easily back off. And this harass is not yet done. He's forcing units over there.
Yeah, he's just trying to choke herO out. The Immortals do burst damage. They can actually kill a Stalker and trade shields for it. A little tip for you guys, if you look at the Warp Prism when you click on it, or when the Observer has it clicked on, you can actually see where the shields of the Immortals are at. That's why he waits oftentimes, even though he's in a good position. He wants to make sure he has shields before he goes into the fight. And because of the burst damage, you can, like, you know, basically kill a Stalker, like, instantly, just pick up, come back, kill a probe, instantly pick up and come back. And if you take a ton of damage, you recharge your shields even while you're inside the Warp Prism. Okay, this Zealot finally gets cleaned up, but there's no mining here. That wasn't for a long time. He's down 10 workers as well. And it looks like Super is just setting up for an attack. He doesn't want to harass anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say, once you get to a certain point, you have that third base, or 3 base versus 3 base, you have to put on the aggression. You don't want to let him build up an army as well. So he's going to attack 4 Immortals to 2, 13 Stalkers to 6, and that Warp Prism to make sure he can warp in. And this third base, there is no way that survives.
Yeah, he's, at worst case scenario, just going to hold position, kill it. It's a bit sloppy for Super to attack into that vision on the watchtower without checking it, but this goes to show that even though he knows it's coming, there's nothing he can do to stop it. Blink has been finished for quite some time. Mothership Core is here, but not even an overcharge planted because there's no good target for you. He's like, I should probably save it, but no matter which way he uses it, doesn't matter. This game is over.
Yep, herO is DED, as you like to say.
Yep. Super
pushing in. Just going to blink forward. The probe's being pulled as Super cannot believe it, or rather herO can't, but GG, Super is going to take this win. This is what I'm talking about. Super is definitely a challenger here to try to take some wins here away from herO.
Totally accidentally put the 1 on herO on my tally sheet. I hate when I do that. God, I'm terrible at this. I'm fired.
You're fine. You're doing okay. You're sticking in there.
It's definitely impressive play there that we saw. The interesting way to deal with that by Super. He decided to try to snipe the Mothership Core to take that vision away, but he knew that even if he tried to defend from the high ground, the loop around potential on the Nexus at the natural was there. So he made 3 pylons at the front, and herO just committed in the wrong situations, I feel, a few times. Like his micro just wasn't as good as it needed to be. And he was a bit slow on his initial pressure. Like, I think if you